2 weeks? We're not coming for 2 weeks? Or
It's
we don't come for 1 week?
Shared files, what you need to know for the midterm.
Oh.
Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, so we, Amber, so we go to the internet site and we look at shared files and then
Go
we
under shared files and what you need to know for the midterm.
Midterm is in class?
In class.
Okay.
We have a practical and a written.
And practical is pointing out.
Practical, I'm going to show you what it's going to look like today. We're going to practice doing the practical part. And then the written part is a written test, 60, 80 questions. And it's hard. Okay? It's very hard. I'm sorry. It's not my fault. Okay. But what you'll see what the practical looks like when we do that in a little bit. Okay? So, to review, what's this? Clavicle. What's this? Acromion. What's this? You should all know.
Coracoid process.
Yeah, coracoid process, because you guys, you're funny. I have to tell you, you guys are just like my kids. I tell my kids something, but it's not until one of their friends say it, then they finally listen. But I told you that looked like a beak on a bird, and all of you guys are like, hey, raven's beak, and like, oh, I get it.
I don't recall that at all.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's not how I remember
That's what my
it.
kids say too. You never told me that, Mom. Did I ask what this is?
Humorous.
Okay, good. Does anybody, now this is your thumb.
Radius.
No, this is the thumb. Is an anatomical position. You're right. This is what I was going to ask. What is it? Radius. And then this one?
Ulnar.
Okay. So here's our elbow. On the end of the ulna is the olecranon process.
Olecranon process.
Olecranon process. And it fits in the olecranon fossa. We have the head of the radius, it's round, and the head of the ulna is down here. I don't know why, but the head of the radius is by the elbow, head of the ulna is by the wrist. Go figure.
The ulna is shorter.
Because the ulna is shorter, is that why? Well,
No, I'm just talking.
Oh, okay. Like, I don't know why. Let's do some joints. Okay, so, well, first, okay, so radius, ulna. Do you remember what I told you another word for wrist is?
Carpal.
Carpal, very good. So this joint is going to be, it really only touches the radius. It doesn't quite get the ulna. So it's our radial carpal joint.
Radial carpal.
Right here. Uh-huh, right, exactly. A little bump. A little bump. Almost, kind of, it's right there. So we have the radial ulnar, the proximal, because it's closer to a shoulder, proximal radial ulnar joint between the radius and the ulnar. And then we have the distal, because it's closer to his fingers, distal radial ulnar joint.
Proximal radial ulnar and distal radial ulnar?
Yes.
Okay.
And then there's our carpals. And then then we have a line going this way. It's kind of easier this way. If you guys can kind of hallucinate, there's a line going across. And that's the mid-carpal. Alright, I want to make sure I got it right. Or does he have it on here?
Are we on a certain page, Amber?
Yeah, page 110.
Is that in both books?
I don't know. And the ones in between it is called the intercarpals. These are called our metacarpals. These are the ones in the palm of your hand, metacarpals. So where it touches is our metacarpal, no, where am I? Carpo-metacarpal joint. Carpo-metacarpal joint. And then our fingers are phalanges. Okay, and that's our metacarpal phalange joint. And then in our fingers, these are the phalanges, proximal, middle, distal. And in between them we have the proximal interphalange joint and the distal interphalange joint. So our proximal interphalange, PIP, our PIP, and our distal interphalange, our DIP, DIP. Okay. Our thumb doesn't have these two, it's just one, so that's just their inner phalange joint. What else do I got on here? Radiocarpal we did, metacarpal phalanges. distal radial ulnar, mid-carpal joint, one going through. Carpo-metacarpal is carpo-metacarpal, so it's the one base. Got it, okay. All right, page 111. So this is the lateral side, here's the medial side. So we have the lateral supracondylar ridge. It feels like
I
a
just
ridge.
wanted to show the page.
What page are we on?
111.
Oh, okay.
Lateral condyle would be the round knuckle part. And the lateral epicondyle would be kind of above it. There's a radial fossa. Oh, I guess I did teach you radial fossa. Right in. There we go, right in there. Oh, radial fossa right there. Okay, this bump right here is our capitulum.
Capitulum?
Capitulum.
Capitulum. That's the bump.
Huh?
That's going to give me a challenge to remember. Capitulum.
And then radius. Okay, ulna.
Capitulum and radius.
So then this bump right here is the trochlea.